Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Discovered the evidence 2 weeks ago, but delaying the breakup. WS has no idea. Needs support. I feel like this situation is maybe not as common as some of the other posts in this sub. Together for 4 years, married for 2.5, and have a dog together for 2 years. WS is in the entertainment industry and will sometimes be hired for work outside the state. WS was in Tennessee for a show for 6 weeks, starting September 2021. I flew down for opening night and we'd passionate sex after the time apart, spent quality time with her castmates, all was good. We also discussed open relationships, as several of her castmates were in them. Obviously it suits the profession when separated from their spouses. We were both very promiscuous people who had high body counts before meeting, and we both agree that opening up when apart would be something we consider for the future. We both confirmed that despite the discussion, we are closed as usual until discussing further. When WS came home after the show had ended, around mid-October, she was distant and cold. Withheld sex and affection. I snooped on her phone and discovered all. Her castmate, Kay, who was also in a relationship, had been doing some light back and forth flirting while down in Tennessee. Drunk texts, nothing major, no nudes. We never go through each other's phones, so I guess she felt no need to delete anything. Kay and her kissed a week before I arrived. In their texts, they both called it a mistaken moment of weakness from two people who missed their partners due to distance. When WS came home, she sent Kay a message saying how strongly she felt for him when down in TN, and wished him the best. Kay had blocked WS on all social media and phone number once he returned to his GF. When I read all this, I obviously was devastated. I even found her 2021 goals, made a week after coming home, on her phone. She lists her goals to manifest them into existence. Here was the list. Book a series regular. Morning and night meditation. Weigh 125 pounds. Kay breaks up with his GF. He apologizes for how he handled our situation. He invites me to his state, where he lives. We have the best sex I ever had. Soon after, Kay moves with me back to our home state. We are both successful actors and have 2 dogs and a beautiful family. No mention of what happens to me in this romance novel. She clearly has fallen in love with him. I immediately got my affairs in order. Where I would live, what to do with the dog, break the lease, sell our stuff. We had some shared debt to clear, and I wanted it clear before separating in case she refused to pay. Remember when I said she was cold and distant when she returned home from the show? I staged a breakup conversation pretending that behavior was the reason I am so close to breaking up. No spilling that I knew about her feelings for Kay. She sobbed and sobbed and sobbed into my chest at the thought of losing me. How she loves me more than anything. How she'll try anything to make things work. I wondered if she had changed her mind, and this breakup conversation served as a wake-up call. 2 weeks later, she's showering me in affection and sex and love, just like before she left for Tennessee, having fun at friends' Halloween parties etc. I keep the secrets, playing the usual perfect spouse. I checked her phone last night, and her search history is full of ways to watch stories, FB profiles of people who have blocked you, Google searches for Kay in general in search of other ways of peering into his life. These searches were made the night we were cuddled on the couch watching Succession, 2 weeks after the massive breakup talk. She also started asking me about plans for the future and opinions on kids etc. We both agree maybe in the distant future, but no soon at all. Kept the mask on. She is asking me what I want for my birthday coming up, and my parents are visiting from Europe and she wants out parents to finally meet while they are here. When she comes home from work today she will be the woman I fell in love with. Affectionate and sexy and caring. During the 2 weeks since D-Day, I went through the whole scale of emotions. Anger, crushing sadness, betrayal, self-doubt, not eating or sleeping. Then today I just woke up with complete indifference. I was no longer angry. It just dawns on me that she is a viscerally flawed human being, and so flawed that she'd risk losing me to pursue Kay, who is perfect in her eyes, and always will be, because she'll never get close enough to see his flaws as a partner. I will never be anyone's plan B. I am too intelligent, both academically and emotionally, too handsome, in fantastic shape, witty and personable, and a good earner with great friends and family. It's so sad that she's going to lose me. I truly pity her. I don't know what I am waiting for, to be honest. Am I waiting for her to snap out of her obsession with Kay? There are times we sit on the couch with our dog curled on our laps, watching TV, and I think I am not letting this selfish idiot rob me of these nights. I am not confronting her until our debts are cleared, and at the same time I am considering just putting her in a box in my head and use her as a means to an end. A realistic, flawed woman who I still love. I can have her for stability, our open relationship when separated, for sleeping with others when separated. Keep the dog in my life too. I can also move in with my best friend at a moment's notice and go no contact, be single again, but have to say goodbye to them both forever. The dog is in her name only. I feel if I confront her, I have to break up. I have told her our entire 4-year relationship, when infidelity as a topic came up, I would just immediately ditch her and she'd be dead to me. Otherwise I am just enabling it. Who knows where she would be if Kay did not block her and instead encouraged her? Would she even be with me now? Or has the breakup conversation made her realize how much she loves me? But she still tries to stalk him online. I flip-flop from knowing I have to leave, to wondering if I have to. If I can stay and focus on my happiness, she will just mean less to me than before Tennessee. I don't even know what I want anymore. Sounds like codependence. And I still love her and our dog. She was willing to leave you for him and is still looking for him. You don't deserve that. Get out of there as soon as you can. Hope you update this and tell Kay's girlfriend after you face your wife. Good luck and wait for the update. If I do leave, part of me actually does not want to tell Kay's girlfriend, so that they continue on an ignorant bliss and WS has nobody. Yes, but it could also be that Kay ends up hating your wife for continuing to look for him and putting those things in the notes. He is more likely to hate her than they are together. That sounds like a problem for them, not for Op. If there was just a kiss and he was remorseful and cut all contact with your girlfriend, sounds like he's doing the right thing. I'm willing to bet he will confess eventually if he hasn't done so. Unless we are missing more to the story, what happened only meant a lot to your girlfriend. Telling his girlfriend may or may not be relevant at this point, but if it makes you feel better at the end of the day, do it, but stick to the facts. Looking at the timeline, it says that her and Kay shared a kiss a week before Op arrived, and Op was at opening night. She was there for 6 weeks total, so they had plenty of time to sleep together before the show ended. Kay blocked her as soon as he went home. For him she was just someone to duck while he was working on the show, but he probably sweet-talked her at first to get her into bed, and she fell for the sweet talk. His wife clearly needs therapy as she's obsessed with a complete fantasy. Kay just doesn't want her in his life. In fact, he probably thinks she's an obsessive nutcase, or else he wouldn't have felt the need to block her everywhere. I feel bad for Op. At the minimum, couples therapy is needed after he gets his affairs in order. When it's all out on the table with the therapist, then he'll be better equipped to make a decision. Confirmed by her own texts, they did not sleep together, only the kiss. This is not a troll question but a genuine one. How do you get to contemplate open marriage in future and yet be hurt due to betrayal? Honestly, I never got this open concept. I think it all comes down to what you originally agreed on. Even if you're in an open relationship, you still need trust to make things work. Often they only work because you trust each other and communicate openly. This person has showed up clearly that she will do what she wants and that he cannot trust what she says. Exactly. Because in an open relationship you are upfront and honest about sleeping with others, and boundaries would be set by us as a couple. It isn't the act of kissing another man, it's the fact that she lied about it and covered it up. Had we been in an open relationship before she kissed him, that would be fine. But we weren't. We were in a monogamous one, and never even discussed one before. Make sure you use protection at all times. You do not want to throw a baby in the mix. The only thing that I know 100%. I would not even risk it for the next few weeks until you're 100% sure she isn't already. Far too many cheating women out there who have passed off their affair pregnancy onto their partner. Covered their tracks by bringing up babies early and ducking the betrayed spouse methodically when they returned home after cheating. If babies has never been a topic before but now she brings them up after returning from cheating, I would be on high alert. She won't be with Kay anytime soon, and even if that happened she's an IUD and does not want a baby until way in the future anyway. How does she know she's going to have best sex with Kay when you think it has only been a kiss till date? Protection aren't 100% safe. And you can't force her to abort. Is still your choose if you want to bang her, but at least remember that every time you do, there is still a little percent that will have huge consequences. Does not want a baby until she's at least early 30s, and has a IUD anyway. It's not worth being married to a person that isn't truthful with you and doesn't respect your boundaries. My ex-spouse was adamant about opening our relationship after cheating. If she really got that she wanted, we probably would have stayed married and she could have continued disrespecting me. Luckily I asked for divorce immediately and haven't spoken to her since. She's deep in the affair fog right now, which is good. Use it to your advantage to get what you want. Only reason she's keeping you around is because you're a backup plan. If this guy ever wants her back, then she's running right back to him. Kick her to the curb. You don't deserve to be lied to. This behavior will continue and it's not worth wasting more years of your life. Good luck on your journey. I think I knew this, haha. Hard to accept though. The goals were made after your breakup talk with her or before? Before. So where are things now? She's still contacting Kay? No, she has not tried since. What in the hell are you doing? You clearly know there's no future there. You're her second choice. If she had an option, she wouldn't be with you. But she doesn't have an option. So you fake it to what end? What's your end goal? Clearly not healing and happiness. Because if it is, you would spill it all today and start separating affairs. What are you waiting for? Do you think it'll get better in time? Maybe she'll settle for you since Kay isn't an option anymore. And after you finally pull your head out of the sand, look up Kay's partner and let her know about it too. She deserves to know so she can make a rational decision too. I needed to hear this, thank you. 2 Qs. Did you take a copy of her 2021 goals from her phone? How long will it take to pay off the shared debt? Hypothetical Q, what if Kay's current relationship doesn't end? Her plan doesn't account for that. Yes, I have screenshots of everything. The debt is a few months' rent. Just sit down with her and ask what her goals for 2021 were and if she accomplished them and how you can help. She tells you something, then you pull out the list and say that is interesting, you seem to have forgotten one. Now you can talk and see if the relationship is something that you want to save. I would not wait because of a few months' rent. Not worth the pain. Haha, wow. Time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. You should stop giving her the precious gift of your time. If you stay with her long term, without confronting, you'll regret it later. The knowledge of her cheating will gnaw at you like a botfly larva stuck in your groin. At the very least, take screenshots of her phone, amass your evidence, and confront her. Tell her that your plan is to D once the debt is cleared up, and the two of you can live like roommates until then. Oh, I have all the evidence, trust me on that. Even did a timeline. To quote a counselor I know, actors, don't get me started about actors. I know, what did I expect? We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.